really cannot believe that it is 78 degrees down here in Salt Lake City. This is pretty insane that it's this warm. It was 65 degrees up in Park City, so for it to be 80 degrees at this time of year is pretty insane. I mean, I know it's kind of springtime, but not summer. I guess this time the only advantage is that it won't be too big of a difference going from 80 degrees here in Salt Lake to 80 degrees in Orlando, Florida, which is where we're heading for the second time during the month of March.
All the happy days,
But I'm especially stoked for this weekend in Orlando because it's our first time in the BMW for the year. We've been doing some karting to keep our skills sharp, but now it's our first time in the brand new BMW. We're doing a 2-day shakedown test at Sebring because we have the first official races of the year in a few weeks in Sonoma, California. So it's going to be really the first proper time in the race car and just getting everything sorted out for the real deal. April 15th, I think.
Start with inhale, exhale. Inhale deeply, rise onto your toes.
Good morning, guys, from Sebring International Raceway here in Florida. It has been 6 years since I've been here last, and actually the last time I was at this track, I took my first ever professional win.
And we will have 12 wheels of Porsche battling for the first 3 positions, and at the moment with about 1.5 miles, maybe a little less than that to go in round 2 of the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge USA by Yokohama, I'm not putting any money on any of the top 3 positions. No, here comes Chris Green, 2nd position, all over the back of the leader. They've both been held up going through, and here comes the 3rd place man. This is exactly what RPL needed, and he goes his own route. The 2 leaders are down the inside on the back straight. Now, can he get the draft? There's debris all over the place, and now it's 3 wide for a moment as Green goes to driver's left. He'll try the cut back, but it's very bumpy. They're side by side. Green gets the lead for a moment, but he'll slip wide. Here comes the 3rd place car. The JDX machine might slide through in a second. Will slide through in a second. No, it won't. Catania wins, and by the length of a Porsche bonnet. Chris Green is 2nd, with Ricardo Perez de Lara in 3rd position. Brilliant stuff at the end. A photo finish for the minor positions. And where is Jesse Lazar, the man who won round 1? Answer is he's come through in 13th position. That is a salvage operation par excellence by Lazar and his team.
Yeah, 3 championship points then for for Jesse Lazar. And you don't know how important that's going to be at the end of this 16 race season. So good job by him. Great job there by Lucas Catania, though. I, like you, would prefer him to be watching forward rather than backwards. The last lap was at 2 minutes 10, which is about basically 3 seconds off the pace, because that's how much he was defending on that final lap. But he gets the job done. So hats off to Lucas Catania. He did exactly what he needed to do there. From upstate New York is Catania, from Cazenovia, New York, and he's a star in ice hockey and lacrosse in school. Well, now he's a star in racing as well, because I'm pretty sure this is his first ever professional race victory.
This is just one of the most notorious racetracks really in the entire world. So to be back here is pretty amazing. And we are here for a 2-day shakedown track day event. And it was quite the event getting in here. We got in really late last night and then had a 2-hour drive to get here. So running on only a few hours of sleep for the day, but when you're here, it's hard not to be sort of rejuvenated. So we're on track here in about an hour. We have a few like driver meeting things we got to take care of and stuff before that, but just checking in from Sebring. Beautiful morning, should be a beautiful day, and just feels really good to be back here.
Checking in as well?
Yeah, we're doing it here. But
yeah, I can get you if you see it next. What's your last name?
I'm Catania, C-A-T.
Luke's being really efficient because I already checked both you in.
Oh, there you go.
But thanks for helping.
We let him act like he helped. Yeah, no, that's why he's there. I got it. Yeah.
Just here today, Andrew.
What's up, John?
Morning. Next stop's tech. Y'all can just walk your forms over there.
The drivers' meeting, so everybody knows what everybody else is going to be doing out there. We all have a good time on track. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, well, because this is a brand new car, I got to get fitted into the belts and the seat and everything like that. So the seat was a little bit down, so we're just trying to raise it up a little bit. But other than that, it was pretty good. I'm just sort of off a first win. Didn't need a lot, boy.
Just went up one notch.
Yep.
Where did we have these? They were inside. I gotta have a clean windshield in the car. One more thing.
Alright, mirrors are good. I mean, I feel good in the seat. Belts feel good.
Why don't you start it right now?
Okay.
It's in park. Just foot on the brake, hit the start button.
Fitted properly and about to go out for our first 30-minute run of the day, and really, especially this first day, just getting back into it, getting back to the track, just getting back in a race car, all that sort of stuff. But most importantly, the biggest sort of goal for this weekend is just relearning the car, getting as much information as we can so we are as best prepared for the season as possible. This is the track. It's just like I mentioned earlier, a legendary track. This is one of my favorites out there, so just really stoked to be back here. And then you guys, check this out. The brand new helmet. BMW logo on the front. Just super stoked on this. So obviously tons of differences with the car and go-karting, but one of the biggest thing is all the safety equipment. I'm in full fireproof gear, right from my underwear to my socks all the way up to my head cover. So go-karting, you're more like worried about abrasions and falling out on the pavement, but here everything is about fireproof. Obviously we have like a neck or a neck harness just to keep our neck safe in case of a big impact. So a lot more safety in the car. I'm so stoked, I'm kind of speechless. Okay.
Don't forget all this.
Yeah. Alright guys, well the morning sessions are in the bag. We had 2 this morning and they both went really well. The first one was really just getting reacquainted with the car and everything like that. In the second session I really felt a lot better in terms of getting up on the tire, on the car and stuff like that. Currently on Michelin tires, where we have to run Pirellis for the actual season, so we're a little timid to make any sort of setup changes right now because so much is based around the actual tire itself. Right now we're still just kind of shaking the car down, so before we really start to dive into a little bit more setup work, we want to really put the Pirelli tires on. But we're just using the Michelins because that's what the car came with, and so might as well use these set of tires if you have them. So it was a little harder to show it in the trailer and I was in a rush, but here's the new helmet. It's like this white, gray, green look. I'm so stoked with how it came out. On the back is kind of our main sponsor here, New York Spine and Wellness Center. And just look at the detail and like in the brush strokes on the helmet and just like the lines. I think it turned out super rad, so just been staring at this thing. Everything is going really smoothly with the team, with the car. Essentially everything is new here. We have kind of a new team that we put together this year, and then obviously new car. We've had 4 sessions so far, and now we have 1 session left for the day. That's like a 60-minute open track session with a bunch of different cars essentially. So it's kind of just like a big green flag session to do whatever you want. So our plan is to do a race simulation to sort of get a reading on the fuel, how much fuel we're gonna burn in a 40-minute race. So essentially mirror what happens in a race where you go out on sort of like a pace lap, warm the tires up, and then run hard for 40 minutes and then have 1 cool down lap and see how much fuel we're burning and kind of how the car handles there. So we're gonna put new tires on as well. So just do a total race 2 simulation with the car. It'll be my first time with sticker tires on this car as well. So I am pretty beat though from the day, so the goal is to just obviously keep it in one piece and just try to get some information for the team. morning, guys. Welcome to day 2 here of the Sebring Shakedown.